Hi everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of Get Set Law by IMS. I'm your mentor Sanjana Chauhan, and this video is in continuation of the previous video where we discussed the first passage of the logical reasoning section of CLAT 2024. Now let's just start the discussion on the second passage, right? You can always refer to the first video for more details on how this entire segment is being conducted, right? Let's take a look at the second passage for the logical reasoning section of CLAT 2024. Keep in mind. Now, before I discuss this, let me tell you that CLAT Consortium did not really mention that it can ask a question on decision making, which is a completely different topic. I wouldn't really say completely different, but it's a slightly different topic to kind of grab and understand, right? But this passage surprisingly did show up in the examination paper, leaving a lot of students feeling very surprised. Some of them were able to answer it, some were not able to answer it. But I'll try my best to maybe give you some insights into how decision-making essentially operates, okay? Let's just get straight up with the discussion here. Imagine you have just been appointed as a consultant for a manufacturing company that is experiencing a decline in its production efficiency. All right. The company produces a wide range of products and the management is concerned about the overall output. Your task is to identify the root causes of this decline and recommended solutions. So the company for which you've been appointed as a consultant is essentially experiencing a decline in what? It's experiencing a decline in production efficiency, due to which it can impact the overall output, right? So our task as the consultant is to identify the root causes of the decline and to recommend solutions for addressing it. Now, some of the observations that we have as a consultant, being the consultant of the company, are, let's just start to look at it in a very sequential manner. Students, always keep in mind, decision making is also about the right order, the right sequence of events in which it is given, okay? Look at the first observation that we have. The company recently introduced a new production system that is more automated and required highly specialized operators. So let me tell you one thing. Just the fact that the company has introduced a new production system that is more automated does not necessarily mean that it is inherently a problem. The only small concern here is that due to how developed it is technologically, it's important that the company has highly specialized operators to operate it. That's the first observation. Second observation is that the workforce of the company has reported a lack of motivation and job satisfaction. And because of these two factors, there is increased absenteeism in the company. Now, it's quite logical to infer that due to lack of motivation and job satisfaction, the workers would not want to show up for the organization to perform the tasks that are allotted to them. So this particular observation here is very crucial. And essentially, decision making is also about ensuring that equality is meted out to the people, that everything is done within ethics, and everything is also done taking into factors of of integrity. So ethics and integrity is generally important in decision making. Let's see if we have to apply it, or maybe without application of that, we can still solve the question. So the second observation is crucial. Third is, there have been several breakdowns in the new machinery. So the new machinery has several breakdowns. But these breakdowns are also leading to production delays and quality issues. But a question of concern here is that even if there are breakdowns, we do not have the right kind of manpower to operate it, right? So this again brings the focus back to how we do not have enough workers to do it. And the fact that we have increased absenteeism is stemming from the fact that the workers are not really satisfied with the working conditions. There is lack of motivation and job satisfaction. So this is just extra insights that I'm offering you. All right, the next observation. The company's competitors have adopted similar automation technologies and are experiencing increased productivity. Please keep in mind, students, that this is the only information on the company's competitors. The only information is that they have also adopted similar automation technologies. However, they are experiencing an increase in productivity. All right, that's all the information there is, and why they're experiencing an increase in productivity is also not mentioned. So keep that in mind, because we cannot assume information randomly. Last point is customer complaints about product quality have increased in recent months. All right, so this is another, and it's the last observation for the company, that product quality is also of concern due to increase in the number of customer complaints. All right, this is all that the passage is about. Very brief, very easy to understand. However, I just try to make you understand it in a more in a different way, to tell you that sometimes there are certain points which are of more concern than the rest, right? And how to read such points in sequence, all right? And possibly try to interconnect the points, all right? Let's discuss the question. The first one. Based on the information provided, which of the following is a potential root cause of the decline in production efficiency? All right, guys, understand that when I'm talking about a potential root cause of the decline in production efficiency, it's not stemming from the fact that the company has adopted a new machine or a new technology. The problem is that it does not have specialized operators, right? So again, and why do you think we do not have specialized operators? It's because we do not have enough workers, right? So I'm just taking you through the things in a very sequential manner. So there is a lack of specialized operators. That is also because we do not have workers, or people might not want to work with the company. And why do you think the workers do not want to work with the company? Is because they are not satisfied with the job. They're not satisfied with the conditions of the job. There is lack of motivation. And therefore, the main root cause, if you have to nip the problem in the bud, it has to be B. This is how decision making is approached. Most of the students got this question answered incorrectly. And that's okay, perhaps because they were not very clued up about decision making. Some of them felt that, okay, A is a potential root cause, and some of them really felt that C is a potential root cause. But keep in mind, between B and C, B will come first. All right? Because increased absenteeism is happening indirectly. It is happening due to the lack of motivation. So prefer B over C. This is the correct option. Breakdowns in machinery is more of a peripheral issue. So we can eliminate the rest of the options. It will be B. Next question. What makes the introduction of the new production system a potential contributing factor to the decline in efficiency? The only problem with the introduction of the new system is that it requires highly specialized operators. That's the only problem with it. That being so, B is a correct option. It directly addresses the problem, right? System is highly automated is not the problem. I also told it multiple times, right? So we can eliminate A. Machinery is prone to breakdowns. That is not the problem. Problem is we do not have the right kind of manpower to take care of it. So we can eliminate C. We can eliminate D, because we are not really concerned with what's happening with the competitors so far for this question. Look at 9. What is the critical difference between the company's situation and that of its competitors? Now, this was the tricky bit here, right? Because the only information provided about the company's competitors was that A, there was a similarity, that they too have adopted the same kind of technology. And the only difference is that the competitors are actually experiencing an increase in productivity. Now, let's just take a look at the options, and maybe only then we can be able to arrive at the correct option. A, both the company and its competitors have introduced new production systems. This is not a difference, it's a similarity. We can eliminate A. B, the competitors have experienced increased customer complaints. This is not given. In fact, it's the company that has experienced increased customer complaints. All right. Now, this becomes a little easier, if at all, because we have narrowed down the options to C and D. Let's make the best choice now. C, the company's workforce lacks motivation and job satisfaction. We'll keep it on the side. All right. Even though this is also not a difference, it does not directly address the difference, right? Difference is in the way that, okay, the company's workforce lacks motivation and job satisfaction. It should have been clearly mentioned that the competitors, on the other hand, however, have their workers feeling very satisfied on the job, right? But that is not the case. But still, we'll keep it on the side. D says the company's machinery is prone to breakdowns. Again, I told you, machinery being prone to breakdowns is not a very important concern as much as, workers' dissatisfaction is. And the fact that it's due to workers not being satisfied that we do not have enough manpower. We are not able to have highly specialized operators, right? So do you see the connectivity between the different points and how it's ultimately arriving at one main point? Therefore, the best option is C. We have to choose the best option here, not that it directly talks about the differences, but perhaps out of all the options, the fact that the company's workforce lacking motivation is responsible for the ultimate decline in its production efficiency. C, therefore, is the correct option. All right. Take a look at the next question. How might the increased absenteeism affect production efficiency? Now, this is a very commonsensical question in that once you start taking a look at the options, you know what is the right option here. A, it might lead to increased quality issues. Maybe, let's just see. B says it might result in longer machinery breakdowns. There is no direct relation between it, so I can just eliminate it. C says it could lead to delays in production, because that is the ultimate thing that is happening to the company. There is a decline in production, right? And decline in production can also stem from the delays, the postponement of the task, right? So this is how the increased absenteeism might impact the company's production efficiency. This is the correct option. D says it has no impact, so this is incorrect. It might lead to increased quality issues. This is a slightly far-fetched idea in this context. We'll choose C here. C is the correct option. Look at 11th. What could be a possible solution to address the decline in production efficiency? Again, the decline is stemming from there not being enough workers or specialized operators to operate the machinery. And why do you think that is happening? Due to job satisfaction, due to job dissatisfaction, and due to lack of motivation. So if we were to directly nip the problem in the bud, how about we conduct a program which kind of just pacifies the workers and their concerns? So something along those lines our option should be. A says hire more specialized operators. The thing is, we do not have specialized operators, so the possibility of hiring more doesn't really arise in the first place. So we can eliminate A. B says implement a motivation and job satisfaction program for the workforce. This will take care of the problem, because if they ultimately understand that the company kind of is really interested in pacifying them, then it might lead to a decrease in absenteeism, right? And thereby somehow the tasks will not be delayed further, leading to some increase in production efficiency. So B is the correct option for this question. C says upgrade the machinery to reduce breakdowns. The problem is not really with the fact that the machinery is not updated or not upgraded or something. Also, such information is not mentioned in the passage. So C is out. D says purchase new machinery. Again, this is very extreme. So always eliminate this. Correct option will be B for this question. Last question for this passage. Based on the information provided, what is a potential consequence, right? Potential consequence of increased customer complaints about product quality. Obviously, the last observation is that the company has experienced increase in the number of customer complaints about product quality. It indicates that the company's competitors are also experiencing quality issues. Now, this is a kind of comparison which again here cannot be made, so we can eliminate A. B says it suggests that the company's products are meeting customer expectations. This obviously is running contrary to the idea, right? Because the customers actually feel they have concerns with respect to the product quality. So we can eliminate B. C, it may lead to a loss of customers and reputation damage. This is quite the impact it will have, So C is the correct option. D says it shows that the company's automated system is performing well. Again, running very contradictory to the idea, because that is not happening, right? It's not performing well. So the correct option here will be C. By way of elimination also, this was quite simple to answer. So yes, that's it. This is the discussion of the second passage for CLAT 2024 logical reasoning section, right? I hope you understood the point. I really tried to explain what decision making is. I hope you find it very informative and helpful. Try to apply these pointers also. Should you have any questions, you can always put it in the comment sections, right? Stay tuned for the next video.